G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and a brand new episode 3 of our brand new SimCity series. And yes, I've moved the camera over to that side. Yeah, that side. It's all reversed here. I moved the camera over there, so we're here. We're in a new room, actually, a new part of the house, and we are playing SimCity. This is episode 3, and we have been doing a little bit off camera. The population is at 4,900. Just to get population up with a little bit of density. We haven't put any new roads in. Everything's still here, but the densities are packing in because there you go, 429. Sorry, well, we're about to hit the 5,000, and that's because we put in some expanded our high what is it? The high value roads, the high density roads, and so we've hit the 5,000, and I believe we are now going to, which is a marker, and we've got the upgrade available. So let's upgrade the town hall. Here we go. Click on that, and now we have the large, big, sort of what looks like Portland stone town hall, and that's lovely. Very nice. I'm going to get rid of this. I think it's a hot air balloon challenge. Hot air? Hot air? No thanks, because we need the Ministry of Transportation, I believe. But speaking of, since we've hit the first milestone, which is 5,000, we can now actually get towards the 15,000, but we can actually get a little expansion on this. So I'm thinking what we should do, first of all, is put a sign down, because that's super important. And then we can take either the Department of Education, 15,000. We need some money before we get these. Department of Finance, which means we can get loans up to the 50 and the 100,000 of each of the 3 loans. So don't forget, we could possibly borrow 300,000. Department of Safety, not required. Department of Tourism, not required. Sorry, definitely required, but not this early in the game. And then Department of Transportation. This is a real milestone for us because this will allow us to get extra cities connected to this city and bring tourists in and bring people in and workers from other cities. So I believe that's going to be important, but not until we have a second city. So I think the one that I really like is Department of Utilities, because what we can do there is we can get ourselves, we can get rid of all those little sewerage, the sewerage pipes, and eventually, I mean, I think we've only got 2 or 3, but when we get like 10 of them, that's a good, if you get this utilities one, that's a good way to get rid of those and just get one plot of land to get a water generator. A lot of people on the forum said that that's a thing you should do quite early on and just swap those over because they take up a lot of real estate. And they cost a lot more as well when you have 10 of them as opposed to one bigger one. It is a reduction in outgoings. So I don't think the $100,000 loans is going to be good, but I think what we're going to do, I think these are the 2 that I really want, but I don't quite need this just yet. And transportation is probably the one I definitely want, but education, I think we need to go through education and get the city educated. And we've got the transportation there. We are going to go straight into Omegaco straight after this, so I'm just wondering if maybe we should do transportation first. Bus terminal, municipal airport. No, we don't have enough room for all that. I think we do that. It's region wide too, so once you unlock them, we can put these in the other buildings. So let's take education, and this is good because we don't need to put this right next to here because we're going to put these regular wing buildings, but the finance we usually would put on the back, and I believe we can stack these 2 on top of each other, so these 5 would be there, but this one could be anywhere else. So I think across the street is a brilliant place right on the corner. Not enough simoleons, you need, I think, 15,000. So we are going to get that in a couple of seconds. Let's go straight up to that. And let's just see if everything else, I think everything else is looking pretty good. We're making 5,300 per hour, which is a great amount. And we've got the amount of money, so let's do it. In fact, do we want it to be, facing the other building. So that's lovely. There we go. How nice is that? Very, very nice. Okay, so that's Department of Education. So let's go speed 1. And now we can add in a high school, which is going to be good for leveling up people as well. So that'd be excellent. Petition to build a high school approved. And you can see some of these other buildings have gone from here up into these to here. So it's the high density. But what they do is they move through these size buildings, these kind of big, block of flats type buildings. That's what all those are. And then they'll then turn into skyscrapers. So we'll start to get rid of some of the small stuff as well. So that's going to be good. And I think a tram line running or a monorail running over the top of this would be quite good. I think it's called a maglev. Yeah, maglev. magnetic levitation, I believe. Cool. Everything's pretty good. We do have a slight alarm there for zoning. We'll go check it in just a second. In the meantime, let's jump into education and put down a high school 60,000. Oh my god. Okay. What we'll do though, we'll jump in here and we can now raise our taxes for certain parts of this. So we got 12, 12 and maybe 11, but I think we might do 12, 11, 12 and just for a bit until they whinge about that. And you can see we paid off the bonds as well. So I've paid those 3 bonds off, and then I believe, yeah, I took one in between episodes and then paid one off, I think just to expand. I believe what I expanded there was an extra firehouse, and I went over here and expanded ourselves an extra on the police station situation. I got extra police cars. So if you have a look there, I jumped into the police cars, so we got 2 of 4. I think you start off with 0. We do have a house of worship there, and he's doing pretty well. No expenses per hour, and it's tempting to put down the other churches as well. I believe, where do we put another one? Did we put another one around here? We don't want mega towers. Let's get rid of this warning, and we'll get rid of the mega tower. No thanks. Well, we will get them later on, but I just don't think it gives us enough of a reward. Is this Dr. View? Yeah, it is. Okay. No thanks, and please don't ask me again, because it's expensive and it really bollockses your city up. Omegaco challenge is going to be yes, and what we could do is we could say yes to it right now and get straight into the Omegaco, but I think what we need to do before that is, yeah, let's do that. Let's take the Omegaco challenge. The Genesis of Omega, 36,000 reward is brilliant, and industry is barking at the door to get their hands on Omega. Let's build a factory and start pumping it out. If we deliver to enough factories, we can convert them to franchises and charge them franchise fees, and that's where you start making your money. So that's pretty good. Okay, so to get Omega, we need to plop an Omegaco factory and supply crude oil and raw ore to begin the manufacturing. So crude oil and raw ore is something that I believe I want to try building in here, and then I want to move that operation out to cities that just focus on those operations. I don't think we've got enough room here. Like, I think I need to plan my oil out a little bit here. So let's just go into fast forward, and also let's go here and see which, we can take the 50,000 loan. So I'm going to take that one, and you know what? I'm going to take another one as well. So I'm going to take 100,000 in loans, and we're going to, that way we've got a bit of capital. We're still on 55250, and we'll go down to speed 1 then, since we've taken those massive loans, and now we're paying back nearly 700 now, but we're still getting 5,200. So that would be 6,000, but it's 5.2 because we've got the interest payments on the loans for capital for the Omegaco project. So let's get into it. Now, power is going to be an issue, so we need to make sure we can have the right sort of power supplies. Now, this wind situation, I think once we get to about 5 turbines, then we need to start looking at a different product. But let's get ourselves one, and you know what? We're going to have... Ooh, hang on. Okay, so that's... This one's not started up yet. So if we go to speed 3, wait for him to start spinning, and we're looking at this jump. Let's see that. Has he gone up? He has not gone up, has he? Yeah, he's gone up into the green, so there he goes into there. But we're going to start the wells soon, so that's going to be interesting. I'll see if we can just go there. And can we do, say... Where do you go, blue? Yep, let's do that. Okay. And then we should be able to do... Let's see if we can get another one. Can't believe we can't put another one in. Should we try for a smaller one? We can put smaller ones in, so let's try that. Oh, we can put smaller ones in here. Yeah. Let's see if we can get the green up just a little bit more. Waiting for it to go up. 3.8 is the megawatt excess at the moment. That jumps up to... And here we go, 6.2. That was a huge jump. Okay, good. So that's nice. Alright, we'll leave that at that. Do we want to check on other stuff while we're there? Sewage is... Oh, this is fresh water actually, not sewage. And the mining will require some of that. Oh, there's the fire. We'll take that because that's 50,000. I thought we already did this. We must have failed it last time. Yeah, we must have failed it in episode 2. It's funny, I never remember getting the 50,000 in episode 2, but I think that's because we failed it. Okay, just checking if the lighting's okay. I think it is. Oh, Superman. Ah, dear, left and right, left and right. Okay, let's go with, let's pump another one of these, actually. Let's put him there. That'll bring him right up. Okay, that's good. Power does look like there's a bit of an issue, but hopefully that will get around. I believe the power situation will be fine. Okay, now let's look at the oil situation next. So we want to put oil and we want to put ore in. So we know that the ore is... Ooh, geez, we could almost put the ore here and just keep the oil over there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because the oil's going to be right through here. Okay, so what we'll do, let's run a road. Let's run a high density street. Like this. Let's run it like... Oh, hang on. We don't want it to be there. No, we don't want it to be any of those curves, actually. They're all a bit silly. Let's do it like this. Let's go straight into the middle of it. Just wondering if we should run along the edge here. So then we can back onto it. It's not too bad, is it? Yeah, it is pretty good, actually. And let's do this. Can I get a right angle? Nope. That's pretty good. Okay, so we got the road and we got the oil, so that's nice. The next thing I think we should do is we should supply a little bit of oil. Let's get the oil happening. Again, it asks us. Oh, look at them leveling up. But again, it does ask us for. It does ask us for extra fireman supplies or extra firefighting. But we've already got quite a bit, which is a shame because I mean, you know what I mean? Like we've actually got a fair bit of firefighting, and now it wants us to upgrade it. So I will take an extra one. Oh, there we go. We're spending like a drunken sailor again. And let's see. Hopefully that gets us the 50,000 and covers off that challenge. Because it is a good challenge to get done. In fact, it's the most lucrative, I believe, at the start of the game. So speed 1, as this is all going to move pretty quickly here. Okay, let's go with the oil situation. So, what do we want to do? We want to go specializations, and we want to go to drilling. And we want to put a oil tycoon. So let's put one in. Look at the size of these things. Okay, let's put in the first one, say, right here. But where do you expand? Let me just see there. Where do you expand? Oh, there's the 2 pumps. I'm looking where the pump jacks are. Oh, now the pump jacks are brilliant if it's there. So let's put it there. That's great because you've got the road going straight out where the pump jacks are. So we've got oil. And then I believe we have a trading zone. So with the trading zone, I want this one to be with lots of room. Let's put the trading zone here. Yep. And I want this to be just oil supplies. So if I go to my trading zones and we have a look at it, we put a sign in. And I want to get rid of this. So if I go get rid of that. And jump out of the bulldozing and get crude oil storage. It will be 1. It will be 2. I'm just thinking about room here. It'll be, say, 3. Ooh. And 4. That's pretty good because that's a lot of oil there. And I think we wouldn't have to put another one anywhere for the moment. I think we can still get our town hall wings on there, so that's quite lovely. And then we'll put the ore over here. I think that could be a nice spot to put that. Or we might even put the ore over here and just redo these roads a little bit. So we've got a bit of room at the moment. Now what we want to do with the ore, let's take an extra truck for trading, and let's just no, we won't do that because what we'll do is we'll check out. Let's go to oil well and we see what's happening there. Get ourselves a sign first, and I believe we have 2 pump jacks and 1 oil delivery. Now this oil delivery will take the oil to here, so we do want that to be moving there. So we'll get 2 here. And I think we should have 2 on this one as well. So let's see how many we've got at the trading, because this will then take it to the Omegaco factory. And this will be here and here. Total of 2 out of 4. Brilliant. Okay, great. So this is good. The only other thing we need to do now is tell the market to use it locally. Now we could sell the oil straight away and get 9,000, and that's brilliant because that brings the money in, brings the money in, brings the money in. But we want to go Omegaco. So I think we need to just say use locally, and that's one half of it. So that's nice. I think we're on the way to an Omegaco factory, and we've got to work out where we want to put those because they're going to take up some room as well. I'm thinking along here for the Omegaco factories could be smashing, actually. That'd be brilliant. Okay, let's see. So there's the oil. Let's get ourselves a bit of iron ore next. And I've got to think about traffic here. So we'll get iron ore. So it's going to be ore mine, 22,000. Ooh, okay. Now looking at where everything is, that would put the pump jack right there. But that is a good spot, actually. Yeah, that is actually good because he's right there and it doesn't get rid of that one. So I think that's nice. Let's put him right there. We'll try and get him a nice little footprint as well. So let's give him a second one. So we want to have, we've got 0. Let's get him a sign first. But out of these 16,000, let's take one more of those loans. Okay, this is quite expensive actually. We need to start paying some of this back. Okay, and we'll get one there. And if I can get, how much are they, 16? Yeah, I want to get one there because that's going to help do that pretty well. Now, we're going to have to get a trade zone for here as well. So this is interesting. Let's do, I'll tell you what we will do though. We will get rid, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to roads. Right, and I'm going to go high density street, and I'm going to go there to there, and I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of these guys. Okay, and that means, and in fact I believe I should also be able to go here, 1, 2, 1, 2, even though it wasn't a right angle. Let's jump in to a curved street, please, high density, and just do that and that. So that makes it nice. That means I can then put my trade zone here and then extend it because I want this guy to be able to get out. So if we go, hang on, let me show you what I mean. So if I do say that, at least they can get out onto the main street. So they can come out of here, straight into there and into the trade area here. And I believe this is where we want to, or do I put the trade zone here, which could be nice? And then put the Omegaco factories there. That's the plan, isn't it? I think we should do that. Let's go for trade zones. 28,000 trade, and I need to put, these are quite cheap, 10,000. Okay, so let's put him, where's he going to go? Let's put him, say, right there, tucked in the corner. And I'm going to do one thing and get rid, well, he's got the freight, and the freight is quite good for regular, but I just know I want this to be Omegaco based, so we'll get rid of this. We'll jump out of the bulldoze, hit a sign, and I want just ore, that's coal, freight, just raw ore, so it'd be there, and I want it to be, say, 1 and raw ore. So these are 2,000, are they? Yeah, 2,000 raw ore. 2, and I'm thinking footprint here. 1, 2, say 3 and 4. That's not too bad. And then I think what we should do is, just for good measure, let's go over here along this section, because that could be another Omegaco factory as well. This might be good. Yeah, right here I'm going to put a brand new trade, and I'm going to see if we've got the money for this. Let's put him, say, let's put him there actually, because he looks like he can be expanded. So that's going to be there, trade. Yep, and he is also, let's give him one more, give him a sign, but let's see if we got 2,000. I think we've just got it for regular freight shipping, and let's do that. Okay, so that is for non-Omegaco, no crude oil, no crude oil, no raw ore. That is to get basically just goods out of our industrial areas and keep them moving. So that's a little local storage area. Okay, so we know here for the raw ore, we're going to say use locally, and we would have got 7,500 for the ore, but use locally is great. So that's pretty good. I'm going to have a look over here. The fire situation is still good. Let's go check out that. What's happening there? Do I need to put an extra fire station down? I really hope I don't. How's the rubble situation? Have we got things burned down? 3 abandoned buildings. Not burned down, but abandoned, which is interesting. And I believe one of them's on fire now. Okay, let's see if we can get rid. That one we can't because it's on fire. It's abandoned and on fire. Interesting. What is this? I've never seen this before. This one is a monster truck rally. You should build an expo center. No thanks. We'll hopefully get asked about that again. I should have said ask me later, and I didn't. There's the other church, the modern church. I believe for the fire, they're throwing up a few more fireworks. We might be... Got 2 hours left, less than 5 fires. I'm hoping we get this 50,000 because we really need it. Okay, I'm going to... just see. Oh, we've got the sewerage situation. So if we go over here and have a look, we need to get a few more of these. So we've got room, 3,500, and that should be lovely. So that should go up. Let's see the money situation balance out. We'll go and check here shortly on what's happening there in the specialization, just to see if everything is not working correctly. Oh, look, we've got pump jacks. Let's get ourselves a screenshot. Oh, we've got to wait for the... Actually, that's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so we've got ore coming in there nicely as well. And up. And we are speeding through the night. And I'm just going to see how we're going for everything. So let's jump on and see, because we don't... No, we have to keep making some money, because what we need to do is... Yeah, look at that. We really... Yes, we got the 50,000. Brilliant. Okay, so let's go to speed 1, slow everything down, and let's see if we can expand the wind plant that we have. Okay, let's add in one of these. I just want to... And maybe one more. Yeah, that'll bring in 2 more. Let's see if we can get back into the green. Yeah, he's in the yellow. Do I need to... Can I get any more of these guys? One in there. Okay, that should... I wonder if maybe what we should do now is just be a little careful. Look at that population go up. At the start of this episode, we were 5,000 people. We are now 7,183. And we now should be able to build an Omegaco factory. That's seeing if we want to specialize in oil. We don't. We're going to go and build an Omegaco factory. So I think the original location was going to be here, but this is a good spot for them as well. Let's check out the oil footprint while we do that. Oil map. Yeah, this is a great spot actually, because it's got good access. Although that's a nice one too. Let's do it along here. I think here's a nice spot because we've got room there, and then we can densely fill this in with more industrial, more Omegaco franchises. Lovely. Okay, everything's in good nick too. No yellow alarms. Jump off the oil filter to check. Okay, let's do Omegaco. And we want, here we go, Omegaco's discovered. All Sims must embrace the wonder of Omegaco. Omega production requires a factory for production. So we'll do it there, and these are lovely factories. Now I've got to remember about expansion of these factories too. So let's do it right. Did you put extra ones in there? Actually, what we might do, tell you what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go, I didn't even see how much they are, but let's do the high density street, and let's do them straight, and I'm going to do it like this. So there. Okay, hopefully that'll work. It's a bit of an estimate. Let's go into Omegaco, and then if we put it there, let's turn the oil filter on and see if we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot. No, I think we're good. Let's do it there, and we can expand a long ways. I can really bring it back a tiny bit, can't I? No, we can backfill all this. Okay, let's do it here. Here. Brilliant. Okay, there's now an Omegaco factory. Okay, let's see if he'll start getting some products. You can see he's got the cities of tomorrow street lamps around him now. We might have to put some water towers in to get that, but he basically, once he gets a purple smoke coming out, or a pink smoke coming out of him, he's making Omegaco. If we have a look here, the Omegaco factory, they were to purchase, they were outright 30,000, low operating costs, but then you can expand onto them as well. Now at the moment he's getting no ore and he's getting no crude oil, but that's a matter of time. I believe if we go speed 3, he'll hire people first, and then he will start to get these products and he'll start to make Omegaco. It says we need ore, it says we need oil, but it's just a case of it being supplied. And you can see cars coming in there. In fact, can you see that? I think cars are actually going into it. No, these will be the workers. Let's see there. I mean, it's night time as well, so you can't. Yeah, there we go. There's a car dropping off stuff, and that was dropping off crude. Raw ore. So that's brilliant. He now needs the oil, and the oil will start coming from over there. You'll see the oil come in, and he'll start making Omegaco. The factory will be pumping up. Let's see there. So the oil's going to be the situation. What we can do, it's saying there's a power issue now because the amount of electricity. I think what we need to do now, in fact, yeah, I think we'll, let's go speed 1. I think that what we'll do is I'm going to just nurture through, and before we get the Omegaco going, I'm going to actually start to change my power supply because this is a silly power supply. So I want an oil power plant because I've got you've either got coal or oil, and I don't have coal being produced in this, so I'd rather just use oil. I'm going to replace this with an oil power plant. Let's do that before we finish the episode. Actually, shall we do that now? Let's see how much an oil power plant is, just very quickly, and it'll be here. 27, we've got enough for it. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's pause the game. Let's pause it. And we'll now put in the brand new, let's just make sure we can get rid of these guys too. Interesting little bug that was never fixed in the game. Anytime you get rid of a building and it has its own roads, like a power plant, it then goes and so this is an oil one, isn't it? Yeah, it doesn't get rid of the roads. Okay, let's put it there. And let's check out how much that's going to make. We have 10,000 left. I'd like to unpause the game. And just before we finish the episode, let's just see this all happening there. Yeah, 115 megawatts. So that's a massive amount. Let's just see. So he produces lots. 150. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous, and that's 115 spare, so we obviously require about 45, I believe, and that is our situation fixed. So let's go speed 1. Okay, we are going to leave the episode here. When we come back in the next episode, we hope to see pink smoke coming out of the Omegaco factory, and I guess the next thing we'll need to do is ramp up our oil production. Will not be an oil specialization though. We're just going to put a few more wells in and get that all going. You can even see that we've got a bit of oil here over there. Nah, see, we need to make sure this gets filled up. Okay, don't forget to hit the comments, guys. Tell me what you like about this series. If you want me to, when you think it's time to move to a new city, start a new city. I want to start a population city with mega towers. I want a tourism city in the end. We can get a great works going. I think the international airport's going to be the one. Don't forget to leave comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Keep watching Stitch Up, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.